All right, so officially I welcome you to the 2021 Joint FIU Wall of Wind and Lehigh RTMD NSF Niheri Experimental Facility User Workshop. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate your time. So as you know, we are going to do this as an online workshop via Zoom. And all the times that are given here are Pacific Standard Time. So I'm officially calling this workshop to the order. So welcome everyone. And again, thank you for joining. I think it will be interesting, two interesting days where you're going to learn about the two facilities, the Lehigh and the FIU experimental facilities funded by the National Science Foundation. It has been now renewed for another 5 years. So that's a great news for all of us and our users. So as you can see, this is the agenda that we have. It's a very well-crafted agenda where you're going to get flavors of both the experimental facilities. And then we are going to also talk at length about real-time hybrid simulation and what we have been doing over the last few years in collaboration between Lehigh and FIU. And then we'll hear some special talks tomorrow. So today, what we are going to look at, we are going to look at the overview of the Niheri Wall of Wind experimental facility, which I'm going to talk about. And then you're going to hear from the Niheri Lehigh RTMD, the real-time multi-directional testing EF. That will be followed by a virtual tour of the Niheri experimental facility, the Wall of Wind, and followed by a short break. Then we'll follow up with a virtual tour of the Lehigh facility. Then we are going to have a very interesting presentation on how in the Wall of Wind, we use the capabilities of aeroelastic, aerodynamic, destructive, and then wind and rain testing. And also our new simulation of downburst non-synoptic winds. It will be followed by a similar presentation from the Lehigh team about the test and the test design and planning using the Lehigh RTMD facility. And then there will be a talk on our collaboration where Lehigh and FIU are developing real-time hybrid simulation for wind engineering applications, which will be very interesting. Followed by short closing remarks. And then Amal, could you please take this link and put it in the chat box. So if you haven't signed up for the one-to-one sessions with either FIU or Lehigh, please do so. We have 30-minute slots. And what we generally do in this one-to-one sessions, we talk with individual PIs about their ideas of a proposal using either the Lehigh facility or the FIU facility. And we give you our advice and we answer questions, and we will help you to craft a better proposal, which will be competitive with a high chance of success, because you're going to have all the information from these facilities that you may want to use. So if you haven't registered for the one-to-one sessions, I think this is a very good opportunity for you to do that. Use these links, and Amal is also going to post it in the chat box. We are available today and tomorrow after the workshop to talk to you one-to-one using Zoom sessions. And if you want to even talk to us after this workshop, let's say next week or the week after that, feel free to send us an email, either to the Lehigh email or FIU email, and then we can also schedule a one-to-one session to talk to you about your proposal. On the second day, we'll show you a roadmap of the Wall of Wind and the Lehigh facility, like how to start a project, And then all the way from initiation of a proposal to the awarding and doing the experiments and finish data uploading, and then the conclusion of the project, we are going to go through a roadmap to show you all the different paths in that process. And then there will be a special talk by Dr. Teng Wu on cyber physical system for fluid structure interaction, followed by a short break. And then another special talk by Dr. Kwan on real-time aeroelastic hybrid simulation, which will be followed by Dr. Shirley Dyke's discussion on MEX initiatives. And this is a session where we want to capture the various future needs for real-time hybrid simulation and the action plans. And we want this to be an open forum where you can kind of share your thoughts, your ideas, so we can go to the next step of real-time hybrid simulation, followed by closing remarks. And then we were going to open again for the one-to-one sessions where we can talk with individual PIs. So this is the 2 days of agenda. If anyone has any questions, feel free to type it in the chat box. Any comments, Amal, Jim, that I may have missed?
Yeah, I did. Sorry, this is Jim Rickles. I'm the PI of the Lehigh facility. First of all, I also want to welcome everyone to this workshop, and particularly FIU for taking the lead on organizing this. It's very unfortunate we had the pandemic to begin with, but more unfortunate not able to visit our sites, but we'll be looking forward to actually having you come to the next workshop, where we'll do another joint workshop and you can visit us. But I think in lieu of that, we have a really exciting program. And it's always a challenge to have these workshops because you want to entice the audience to come and visit and attend, but you need to present something new. And I think that's what we're certainly going to do today with some new developments that FIU and Lehigh have been working on hybrid simulation and wind engineering. We've put our strengths together to try to create tools and resources for the research and the hazards engineering, natural hazard engineering community. So I strongly encourage you to contact us, attend the office hours and follow up. We have quite a bit of experience with interacting with researchers who have been successful in writing successful proposals. So our main objective really is to provide you information and have you follow up and entice you to write proposals to submit to NSF, because we want you to use our facility. So with that, I want to welcome everyone, and thanks Arinda and Amal and Ines.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. All right, so with that, Amal, you tell me if you can. I'm going to share my screen with the first presentation, and you tell me.
Sorry, Raymond, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do we want to introduce the staff from the various facilities, or do you want to do it as part of the presentation process? Because I kind of feel a little disrespectful not having mentioned Thomas, Liang, and Chad, who did a lot of work on my behalf, and I was out for the last 2 weeks. Could I just introduce them if you don't mind?
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead, and then I'll do the same for our facility. Yeah.
Sorry, Linda, I apologize. So just in the order that I see on my screen, we have Chad Cusco, who's the operations manager and wears many hats and has been with us and does a really good, outstanding job. Liang Cao, who's next on my list, is a research scientist who makes everything work in the lab. Both he, Liang, and Thomas Merler, our IT systems manager, wears numerous hats as well, and research scientists have been working very closely with FIU on the development. So they're going to present actually part of the presentation from Lehigh. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll let each of our team members introduce. So briefly, I'll start. Arindam Chaudhary, I'm the PI of the Neheri Experimental Facility and a professor at the CEE department here. So any questions about proposals or any help you need with proposals, please send an email and we can set up a one-to-one meeting to help you with your proposal development. Jonas?
Hi, everyone. Ioannis Zissis. I'm an associate professor with civil and environmental engineering and also the co-director of the laboratory for wind engineering research here at FIU and co-PI for the Near Wall of Wind experimental facility.
Thanks.
Hi,
Amal?
everyone. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thanks again for joining. This is Amal El-Awadi, assistant professor in the civil engineering department at FIU, and also a co-PI on the Nihiri Wall of Wind. We'll be happy to discuss with you potential collaboration and other opportunities. Pass it to Steve.
Hi, my name is Steven Diaz. I'm the site operations manager here at the Wall of Wind experimental facility. I'm responsible for planning and organization and scheduling of the facility here.
Thanks, Steve. SJ?
Hello, everyone. I'm Seung-Jae Lee, associate professor in the civil engineering department at the Florida International University. I'm also co-PI. I newly joined as co-PI on this Near Wall of Wind renewal proposal. And nice to meeting you all. And yeah, looking forward to a great discussion today and tomorrow. Thanks.
Yeah, so for any wind engineering items that you need, you can reach out to me, Ioannis, or Amal. But for any numerical simulation kind of items, please reach out to Dr. S.J. Lee. He's an expert in numerical simulations. So we'll be glad to help.